Hello, my Astro Explorers. Welcome to this week's horoscope for the week of July 26th through August 1st, 2021, here on Bella Star Astrology. I'm your host, Stella, here to help you navigate this week's astrological energy. So, this video is an overview of the major transits that are going to be happening this week. I'll be doing monthly videos coming up, and I'm working on that, but for now, I'm going to just review this week's astrology. But feel free to let me know if you guys have any suggestions for astrological videos that you're interested in learning about, and leave those comments below. You can also leave a comment if you feel that any of the astrological energy that I reviewed this week, the transits, as well as all of the information that I shared about how it could affect you, were resonating with you this week. So come back to this video at the end of the week and let me know in the comments if any of these were resonating for you or were happening for you this week. You can also find me on Instagram at Bella Star Astrology. And of course, if you would like your own personal reading, you can email me at bellastar.astro@gmail.com. And if you get in touch with me, we can work out what my offers are right now, or I'll send you what my offers are right now. But for right now, let's go over what this week's astrology is bringing us. So, as you know, we just came out of that full moon in Aquarius, which I talked about in my last video. And a lot of the themes of justice and injustice were really felt, as well as the electrifying energy that was going on throughout the experience of this transit of the full moon in Aquarius. Now we're still feeling that on July 26th, and we'll probably still be feeling those energies for a little while, maybe until the new moon that happens next year. But that all depends on what's going on in each of our signs. And you can read more on that on my article on Medium, which I'll link down below. Now, of course, the 27th, we have a really fun transit, which will make our communications super exciting. And that is that Mercury enters Leo. This will be a super entertaining time, dramatic communication, really like fun and just entertaining oriented type of communication. But it could also lead to people speaking a little bit more like they're entitled, or a little bit more issues with conversations around entitlement. You might also have some people who accidentally say a little bit more than they should, just because Leo seems like a more grandiose type of energy. So the person might feel a little overconfident in their speech and not really think it through, let's say. And as we go on July 28th, Jupiter finally retrogrades into Aquarius. Now, this we have been waiting for since Jupiter has entered Pisces earlier this year. And we had all that lovey-dovey and like really gentle type of energy when it comes to Jupiter and Pisces, but we're right back to that electrifying, confrontational and stubborn energy of Aquarius. And we'll feel it even more because, a retrograde is closer to the planet Earth. So we're going to feel that a lot stronger. And the most important thing that we should realize when we're dealing with retrogrades is that they're more internal and really active in our psyche. So right now, you might have a realization, or rather, as the transit happens for the next few months until October, this Jupiter in Aquarius retrograde is going to really play on those themes of justice and injustice in your life, whether that you feel that you are in a job that is worthy of you, or in a relationship that is worthy of you, or you are looking at the way that the world is running and you feel maybe you should recycle more, or maybe you should support your neighbors more. Aquarius, I think, is a very compassionate energy, just because it really thinks of ways to improve the lives of others, to really be more friendly and more community based. But it's also a very solitary sign because it really highlights the individual's role within the community. So get ready for those types of emotions and feelings as the transit goes on. This will be for 3 months. And I think I'm going to do an overview of Jupiter in Aquarius later on this week. So you guys have for each sign some sort of review. But for now, take advantage of the opportunities to, really work for social issues, to help support your neighbors, to help support your family, to look at a deeper way that you can improve the lives of others while this transit is happening. As much as it has been a way for us to recommit ourselves maybe to the themes that were happening at the beginning of this year. Some of you may have revamped your health if you're Virgo rising, right? But at this point, you're going to revisit those same themes. So if you have a journal or if you can recall what sort of themes were happening at the beginning of this year, before, I guess, June, you can really understand what's going to come back up for the next few months. And as for the rest of the week on July 29th, Mars goes into Virgo. Now, see, this is going to support that Jupiter in Aquarius energy, where we're all going to take this Mars in Virgo transit for the next few weeks and really bring some fire and motivation into the works, the projects, into supporting others. I think that this combination is going to be really great to help us to take the compassion that we have from that Jupiter retrograde that's happening and move it towards the active work that we can do in service of others as Mars enters Virgo. There'll be more dedication and hard work towards our projects, as well as the dark side of Virgo, which is the OCD and the obsessive type of energy that can come up. So be ready to taper back if you're being a little too enthusiastic. But don't be afraid to take advantage of this energy and this motivation to do something for others, to improve the lives of others. And of course, be careful with the obsessive energy that Mars can bring in this sign. Now, August 1st, so awesome. And I know a lot of people are going to say it's a very negative sign, but Mercury in Leo opposing Saturn in Aquarius. This might be the time that we all realize the words that we have matter. The words we use matter. And so many people around the world have been feeling this. People aren't sensitive. People aren't thinking through what they're actually saying, how they're treating others, how their words are, have weight to them. So I think that although there may be some fear around communication, as well as, a little bit of that energy of holding back, I think that this will allow people to finally sit down and think through how they've been treating others, what they've been doing in this world that has not been positive or that has not been productive. And really, that Mars in Leo, that dramatic energy of communication, is going to come together with this like sort of fighting energy or this confrontational energy of Saturn in Aquarius. And most importantly, all of the communication could really be sort of not just productive because of Saturn there, but also very focused on creating the changes that we may want to see on a national or world level, as well as in our personal lives. So, maybe there have been breakdowns with your family or with those around you. And this Saturn in Aquarius opposing Mercury in Leo can help you to better communicate with others throughout the transit. And most importantly, throughout the rest of the year, since Saturn is there opposing Mercury now, and the lessons you're going to learn because Saturn is there are going to be more deeply felt. So hopefully something will sink in, right? Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me and for listening to this week's review in transit. Next week will be a really fun review, so stay tuned. It'll be posted on Sunday before the week begins. All right. Again, thank you for listening to this week's transit and for liking and sharing this video. Again, I'm Stella, and you can find me on Instagram at Bella Star Astrology. And most importantly, you can email me if you would like your own personal reading at bellastar.astro@gmail.com. I'll see you next week, and I'll be posting these weekly transit reviews every Sunday. Be well and follow the stars.